My name is Lydel Wright. We're here in Seattle, Washington at the Shaw Safari Warehouse for our exciting project, the hospital gown. Nicole, would you take note of this for us? Ronnie, what's your thoughts on the pocket?
7 inches.
About 7 inches. It's what we call the access gown that's focused on bringing dignity, form, fashion, and function to the hospital gown. I had the concept, I drew it out on paper, and shared it with the team at Quest, which is the developer and manufacturer, and they helped me craft it into what we see today. That's pretty exciting that you can color it in with a marker, and kids are gonna have fun with that.
Very cool.
Very cool. It's a moving, living, breathing part of how we provide care. I was born in Bronx, New York, and I have 3 siblings, and things started out good at first, but then my father became addicted to crack, and he became very abusive to the point where he almost tried to kill us. So my mother saw it best to flee to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and that's where I was raised. We struggled at first. I watched my mother work 2 jobs and put herself through nursing school to try to provide for us. When I was in the 9th grade, I remember saying to myself that I am never going to allow my children to experience the childhood that I experienced. Graduated high school as a licensed practical nurse, which really gave me runway in my career to move forward into more of a registered nurse role, receiving my master's degree. Becoming a nurse came from my mother. You know, she's my inspiration, she's a role model to me. And my mom was like, if you want to go to college, you've got to find the money. So I learned about Horatio Alger through an online search, and it was a little jarring to share your story. And I remember writing out the essay, and tears started to come down my eyes because I hadn't dealt with everything that was inside of me. I was notified that I won the Horatio Alger National Scholarship over the PA system at school. It was such an exciting time. It was my first time going to Washington, D.C., and I was in awe of the experience and the way that the Horatio Alger Association treated me. And I felt like I was at home with people who had a shared experience like me. I'm still a nurse, always gonna be a nurse, but for me, I think my nursing background allows me to be very informed in the patient experience, which allows me to create and develop innovation that really supports them from a space of empathy. 10,000 people are turning 65 every day for at least the next 20 years. So we developed another company called SafeWatch, which was born from my experience as a nurse. We looked at the comprehensive experience of a patient who would want to age in place, and we really designed a number of features and tools that will help them stay at home. SafeWatch is a AI-based tool that uses a hub to connect a physician and the client in the home setting using telemedicine. We focus on medication management, fall management, and then we also focus on their ability to communicate with people outside of the home. Just checking in on the API, where are we at with that?
We've secured the domains that we need to be able to support the SafeWatch products.
We have a large team, and they're working on developing the application and the hardware that will support the applications as well. So it's an exciting time. Staying connected to the Horatio Alger Association is important to me because there's this feeling that you get when you're around people who share life experiences. Now I'm in the AAC, which is the Alumni Advisory Committee, and through serving on the Alumni Advisory Committee, we sort of set the agenda for all alumni for the Horatio Alger Association. One of the greatest takeaways that I've received from the Horatio Alger Association is that it doesn't end where you start. You start out from a very humble beginning, but you know that there's an opportunity for you to keep climbing, keep growing, and on this walk, you don't have to do it alone. There's many people who share that same story.